You're going to see something on the videotape. We can't explain it. And I started looking at it a little funny and trying to ask him, what's going on. Just you need to see the footage.
Georgia Southern University's Sanford Hall, built in 1948 and originally designed for student housing, was converted into an academic facility for the Communication Arts Department in 2014. Not long after it reopened, the faculty and staff began experiencing unexplainable phenomena that left them feeling uneasy in their new building.
I definitely believe that something paranormal was going on here soon after we moved into the building. Maybe a month or two after we moved in, we were starting to have issues with the doors being left unlocked in the studio in the basement.
Many times something would happen with either the switcher or the windows in the studio during a production, and you wonder, how did that happen? Stuff I haven't seen before.
We eventually contacted campus security and got video footage from them, only to discover that no one that we could see was unlocking the doors.
Ben Bentley, comm arts engineer, spends the most time in the basement amidst the studio, control room, and production equipment, and is one of the few people who has seen the security footage of the moving door.
He would lock up, and then he would come in the mornings, and the doors to the studios would be unlocked. So anyone could have gotten into any of that equipment.
And as we started watching, we noticed that the door handle shook, and then the door proceeded to open, like so. It stopped about halfway. The door just basically opened itself and stayed. And it stayed in that position the whole entire time.
But we knew that one of us was not leaving those doors unlocked.
I could not explain it. The science behind it just would not add up.
We haven't had that issue ever since we discovered that videotape that the police destroyed.
While faculty can't agree whether a haunting can be blamed for the strange activity, they still continue to speculate on whose ghost could be inhabiting the building.
But from a personal standpoint, I really do think it was a former professor who worked here. His name was Kent Murray, and he founded the broadcasting program here. Broadcast news program here and broadcast production program, and really worked for 20 years to get this building and this facility, and he designed the studios.
Studio meant a lot to him, so I think there's a connection there. I sometimes, when I'm down there, when things go wrong, okay, what do we do now? There's supposed to be a certain way to do things.
Instances of doors being unlocked and opened may have ceased since the examination of the security footage, but the ghost of Sanford Hall is not done yet.
Something happened in one of Dean Cummings' classes. It was a combination class of mine and his. I just didn't happen to not be there that day. But everything went wrong in a newscast, and it was things that shouldn't have gone wrong.
It was a year ago, and we were working in the studio, and we were doing a live production. And what would happen was, all of a sudden, we're working on the switcher, everything's going great, and all of a sudden it would just shut down and wouldn't work. So once we get that up to speed, the next thing that would happen is that the blinds in the studio would just go up, and they went up off the grid. So in other words, it wasn't somebody pushing a button or anything like that. It just went on its own. And that was fine the first time, and then it did it again in that same class, and then by the third time you're going, all right, what's happening?
Whether you subscribe to a scientific hierarchy or put your faith in supernatural phantasms, the truth is out there.